This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Let's get to the next match. We've got Bray Wyatt teaming up with Luke Harper and Braun Strowman to beat Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and a mystery partner, which winds up being Chris Jericho. It's 13 minutes and 2 seconds. An excellent match, 4 stars. Meltzer says the crowd went crazy for the announcement. It was Jericho and was chanting for him. He got a way bigger reaction than everyone else did here. Strowman put Jericho in the head and arm choke, and Jericho went out. 4 stars. Interesting to use Jericho in this spot. Of course, he's sort of the third wheel of the Shield here, since Seth Rollins is no longer with the group and he's working at a different spot now. Jericho as a mystery partner. It worked, huh?
Yeah, it worked. Sure did. Jericho has, as each year passes, he just keeps reinventing himself and, walking through the curtain on some pretty memorable matches and angles and, everything from the Shawn Michaels angle to Kevin Owens angle to coming out during this match. That's oil and water, him with the 2 Shield guys. You look at that and you go, well, God, I'd have never thought it was going to be him, which makes it even cooler for the fans. It's such an odd deal. And, he's a pro and he's figured out, he's got 9 lives and he hasn't used probably but 2 of them up by now as we speak currently. So he has reinvented himself many, many times. And in this match, he would have been a really good guy to plug in as far as the mechanics of the match. So I thought it was a very good choice.
Next up, we've got to talk about Braun Strowman here. He's really coming into his own. Of course, we know these days he's wearing the big belt in WWE, but I think a lot of people had high hopes for him here. He's paired with Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. Do you think he fit with that group? Is that the right way to bring in a big monster like this?
Yeah, because he had Harper and Bray to guide him and help him on what to do and what not to do and what mistakes not to make. And they would have been very generous in that because they knew he's a friggin' monster. When you compete and do well in the world's strongest man competitions, he won it 1 year, right?
Yeah.
You're something special. And, got that, big woolly booger look to him. He's just, God, he's scary. And if anybody fit with the Wyatts, he fit with the Wyatts. And the thing is, other than just being a big guy that you think's going to walk around like Godzilla and not move, buddy, he can move and move like a 180 pounder, as you've seen him haul ass around that ring, running guys down and stuff. That to me is the most impressive thing about him. It's not so much his strength, it's the speed for a guy like that and the quickness and the fact that you roll out and you think you're going to get away from him and you look back and here he comes and you can't outrun him either. What a horrible feeling. You can't beat him up and you can't outrun him. You're basically screwed.
Let's also talk about, the idea of Jericho's coming in as a big surprise. It doesn't feel like he's necessarily going to be, on the show every week because he is just a surprise. So it's probably the right call to establish this big guy and his finish with one of the top guys there who, isn't necessarily going to be involved every week. And Jericho's all business. He probably has no problem with that, right?
Yep. And normally you wouldn't beat, if there was a substitute, but this wasn't a substitute deal. He was just the mystery partner. So, I think they beating Jericho. You're not going to kill him off. Not going to hurt him. He's okay. And that one made sense to beat the odd guy out.
Let's talk about the show here. The first match is Stardust and the Ascension taking on Neville and Sin Cara and Kalisto. It's a pre-show match. Stardust is going to pin Neville with the Queen's Crossbow, which is the move formerly known as the Crossroads. 9 minutes, 43 seconds. Cool to see our man Cody get the win, but it's kind of interesting that the Ascension's gone, Stardust is gone, Neville's gone. I think Sin Cara's gone. It's just Kalisto still with WWE, but there's a lot of talent in the ring there. We've talked a little bit about the Ascension before. Of course, we could talk for days about Stardust, and we've touched on Neville. What about Sin Cara? You know, I've never really talked about him. Did you work any of his matches? What did you think of Sin Cara?
Yeah, he was a tough kid and very respectful, very talented. You know, he was a veteran when he came to us. He wasn't a rookie. He had worked in Mexico for a long time, and a tough guy. You know, very talented. He was just always was just 100% respectful to me, which I always appreciated, and had nothing but good vibe as far as when we're talking business, and willing to try anything that I popped out there to him. So I had a great experience with Sin Cara.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money, it's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.